Good morning. It's June 7th, 2017, Wednesday, and I'd like to take you on a little bit of a tour of my workshop, but especially show you some of the projects that I'm just starting to work on. Let me show you these seed pods. This is from a tree that I have in my garden that is, I think, some kind of camellia type tree. It's got a beautiful white flower. If anybody has any idea what these seed pods are, what kind of tree this is, please let me know. Next to this, I've got soaking some red Point Sienna seeds that I've collected some pods, some seed pods, a few seed pods left to pull the seeds out, but I've soaked these guys for about a day, and I have removed. I tried several different methods of scarification, but the one I chose that's easiest, fastest, is to use my nippers to nip off the end to allow more humidity of some water into the seed. I'll let these soak for a day, and then I'll plant these guys. And some gold tree seeds that I collected from a couple of my gold trees that have been flowered and seeded out. So this ought to be fun. So I've got a bunch of seeds that I'm working on. So my messy workshop, but out here, Nigel Saunders, thank you very much for your inspiration. I had this money tree hanging around. I got it from Eric Weigert at an open house a couple of years ago, and I understand it's been in this little plastic pot in dirt for several years, and this is a good story about how you can turn one of these things into a bonsai, and I'm going to do that. I'll do it on an update, but you see the beautiful movement and taper and all that, and this is huge. This is probably from the soil line to the very top, it's probably 4 feet tall, I'd say. Very healthy. And this was one of several that were braided together, and whoever had it before had unbraided it. And once it was braided and started to grow, it acquired this shape instead of a straight up shape. So this is what you can do with like a $5-10 or whatever it is little braided money tree at Home Depot or Lowe's or any of those. Let me show you. Oh, this is one of my favorite trees. I always like to show this one. And we've had some rain, and boy, this is just loving the rain. This is the Brazilian rain tree, forest style. I'm just letting it go crazy. Here's a little update, I guess, on my podocarpus that I killed several years ago, and now I'm turning it into a phoenix graft. I replaced one of the grafts that didn't take. I replaced this last night, and the other one seems to have taken and is very healthy. That's going to be a cool piece years from now. But down here is another example of, this is smaller, of the braided money trees, and this is one that I unbraided myself. This had 4 of them braided together, and a couple years ago, I had this out in the woods behind me just laying around, and I unbraided it, and these are going nuts, so I'll do these separately. And then a little bit of sunrise here over the pond, and oh, a little update on the gold tree that I collected a month or so ago and planted at an angle here to kind of cover over this drainage culvert, and boy, that thing is really pushing out. And I didn't expect this, didn't plan for it, but the wading birds love to come in and perch on this thing every day about 3 o'clock. Oh, there's a couple ducks in the water there. This is a Vietnamese lucky tree. I understand most nail salons have them, and this is really starting to push out. It's very slow to push out, though. I was kind of worried about it, but boy, it's really starting to beef up now. There's a bald cypress I stuck in the ground next to the water a while ago. I got all kinds of things here. Here's a Norfolk Island pine that I have wired to separate the trunks so that as it grows up, the trunks are very separated. I'll take a look at that money tree again. Look at that thing from this angle. Very cool, I think. Here's a shady lady. Nice little shady lady. Very happy right there. There's the money trees again. Now, got a bunch of plumeria cuttings. These are white flower plumerias. But over here, I've been I found a plant center, privately owned, where the owner had died, and now they're selling everything off. And I got this enormous plumeria tree, and these are cuttings from the plumeria tree. And this is red, a dark red plumeria. And I've already collected and potted up all of these. So I'm gonna have a whole lot of them. As usual, my wife tells me, what are you gonna do with all those trees? I said, I don't know, I'm having fun. But these guys, I have to stick in some dirt today, use some rooting hormone. The ends have been hardened. It's been a couple weeks since I collected those and cut them off. This is a Green Island ficus. Ooh, it's got some fruit on it. Little figs. Bunch of other stuff. This is a bald cypress that Guy Guidry helped me with at a workshop with at Eric Weigert's, and we wired this thing up to be very gnarly and a lot of turns, twists and turns, and so it's, you know, as it grows, some of the leaves dry up, and the wind actually from yesterday pulled a lot of the dried ones off, and it reveals this gnarliness, and then starting to, you know, push out new growth there.